broadcasting, so let's see if we're on. Are we on? Okay, we're on. Okay, this is quite an exciting one. Happy Sunday, everyone. Not going to be a long stream tonight. I just wanted to come back after a little bit of a break. Well, I say a break. It's not been a break from streaming. I've actually been very busy. I have officially completed my final show at university. I'm honestly blown away. Like, oh wow. Yeah, I thought I'd come on Times Square, come to Times Square, just so I can talk a bit about what the stream was, the show was. So, for those who've been keeping up with the streams, know that I have done Death of the Salesman. I did it for my final show at university, and I'm officially done. We finished the show yesterday. It was the most incredible experience of my life. Honestly, it's something that I will never, ever, ever forget. A lot was riding on this show. A lot of personal stuff, a lot of stuff that I genuinely never thought I'd ever get to do again. And I don't want to go into the why and the nitty-gritty of that, but I do just want to talk a little bit about what it meant to do it. I'm going to try not to get emotional as well. I haven't actually cried. Yeah, I haven't really cried to the end of a show in quite a couple of years, but this one was so different. I genuinely feel really emotional, like, thinking about it, but I just haven't cried. I just want to talk a bit about what this show... Oh, I got born again. What this show meant to me. It's my first show in over a year and a half. My life went very downhill after my show, after The Crucible, the show I did before Death of the Salesman. I don't want to talk much about it, but, you know, I lost someone very close to me. There was a lot going on, and I never thought I'd ever act again. And then I decided to take a year out of university, not actually knowing if I was going to come back or not. And then I decided I'm going to come back. And we came back to a production, to a show. And that show was Death of the Salesman. I auditioned. I actually didn't get the part I auditioned for. I got the lead, which I did read for, but I didn't want to play him at first, just because I felt like it was a bit too quick, too soon after a year and a half long break to come back and play the lead. And then the director decided I was going to play the lead, and it was such an incredible experience, because I worked with some of the most incredible and beautiful people I've ever met. Some of which I'd worked with before, but others I'd never worked with before and I just knew of, and then some I'd never met before. And it was the most incredible experience of my life. I genuinely thought that it was such a surreal experience to come back and play such a heartbreaking character in Willy Loman. He is a very, very troubled character, and it's explicitly avoided what is actually wrong with him. Like, we had many different ways of looking at it. At one point we had that he has Alzheimer's, there were clues in the script, but there was also clues that he had a heart condition, and then there were clues that he had psychosis. There were so many different angles to play the character, and in the end, all of it was true. All of it made sense. And it was just the most incredible journey over the last 8 weeks. I genuinely thought that I'd never accomplish anything like that again after the show I did beforehand. So to come back with such a heartbreaking role,
Tech is the future.
but also something that I was hoping we could get people talking, and it did. It got a lot of people talking, particularly about male mental health, and that is something that is very personal to me. And that's why I really wanted to give this role everything I had, and I did. I gave it everything. By the end of that last show, I was so tired because I had nothing left to give. And I left on such a high note, and I've got the rest of my degree to look forward to and complete. And from then on, it's a whole new realm of possibilities from then on. It was something that it was very important for me to get it right, because in a way this show was as much as about closing chapters as it was starting anew, particularly with my own struggles. Obviously those struggles never quite go away, but they also shape who you are and how you overcome them. And I wanted my story as just me to cross over into that. You know, someone that can defy the odds, someone that can, you know, overcome adversity. And it was so important for me to get it right, and I did. I genuinely feel like I did. It was everything. I gave it everything I had, and it turned out to be the greatest thing that I've ever accomplished in my life. And I know a lot of this might sound like personal bias because of the fact that, you know, I've just completed it. I've just finished the show, but it was such a different feeling coming out of it. And obviously I went to the pub last night with my mates. First time I'd actually drank in quite a long time, and everything just felt so much more than it ever was beforehand. Like the emotions and the intensity and the pressure, and it's one of those things where I didn't think I was going to do it. I didn't think I could do it. I thought I was going to have to ask, oh, can I have a smaller role, please? But no, I fought like never before, and I'm honestly just blown away by the support I had from everyone, you know, and the most incredible cast. And the truth is, despite the fact that, you know, I got cast as the lead role, I was the one that was being led, not doing the leading, because there was so many people who were there for me and rooting for me, and it was just incredible. It was so incredible. I've never felt so much pride and so much strength from doing a show like this. And it's something that I genuinely don't know how I did it, but I know it was having the people there made it possible. It's something that I haven't quite processed it yet, and the more I think about it, the more emotional I'm getting, I can't lie. But it just meant everything to me. And obviously, I know it's kind of taken a bit of time away from the streams, and I don't, you know, as much as I love streaming, this has always got to come first. You know, my degree, my career, always. And it's something that I'm always going to hope I get to do again, but we'll never know if I do. And that's the thing with being an actor. You never know when your next job is. You never know when your next paycheck is. And you know, I'm not getting paid for any of this. It's part of my degree. I'm paying to do it. And I don't have any regrets and any doubts. I think it was something that I really wanted to. I wanted to go out all or nothing. Hiya, mate. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're doing okay, mate. It was something that I genuinely never thought would ever happen to me again, doing a show like that, and to go out that way, especially it's my last show at university, or at least last major show. It felt like such the right note to go out on. Everything. Our director even pulled us aside after the show, despite the fact he literally said to us, as soon as you finish the show, start doing the get out and putting costume away. He literally pulled us to Blimey, you sound sick. You're right. I'm really good, mate. I'm just really tired. I'm really tired. I had an incredible night last night, and I was up quite late, so I'm just really tired, and yeah, it was such an amazing show, and it's taken everything. I'm back in uni on Monday. I'm actually a little bit devastated to process the fact that, you know, I don't have a day off just to recuperate. I've got today, but I've still got things to do today. I'm going bowling later for my friend's birthday. That's fantastic. Thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. Honestly, I've never ever felt as proud of something as I am this show. And to have my father and my uncle there with me, it meant everything. I'm going to come away from that copyright music. It was honestly something that, weirdly enough, I don't think I'd ever want to do it again. Because it was that good, I don't want to put an expectation on myself to top it. I'd rather move on to another show and just, you know, carry on the process of telling stories. And I've told the story of Death of a Salesman now, and I'm just in awe over how well it was and how strong of a show it was, and I'm never gonna forget it, ever. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was such a beautiful journey, and I'm devastated it's over, but I'm also so happy with how it went. You're gonna go far in the acting world. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Remember me. I will. Do you know what? It's gonna be difficult, because if I ever landed a dream job, so on EastEnders or something, I'm still gonna interact with, like, the comment. I would still interact with, like, the comment sections, and particularly like the Hardman, like the soap fight community. I just have to be very careful with what I could say if I was in the in that world. I'd love it. I would absolutely love it working on a soap. But if I'm being truthful, theatre, I feel like, is where it's at for me. I've been a stage actor for 8 years. In fact, I had no idea until today. But yesterday, what do you think of Ben Wadey? I'm going to be honest. I thought it was great when he first came in, but already I'm seeing disappointment. I say that I'd probably never get a job on EastEnders saying that, but the thing with soap bosses, they tend to only stick around for a couple of years and then they all go. Like Clenshaw did 3 years. John York did, I think he did 2 years. Kate Oates did a year, I think, and then she got promoted, so John Sen ended up taking over. I just don't think Wadey. I don't know. It depends. I'm intrigued by the New Year thing, having a flash forward, a year forward. The whole flash forward seems a bit far-fetched, at least, to say the least. Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. But I'm also thinking, like, what? It wasn't that long ago we had the 6, and to be honest with you, the 6 was tarnished by the abysmal aftermath. I thought the aftermath of the 6 in 2024 was so bad. Alright, I don't know why. Right, I'm gonna come off. Have me on as producer. I'd love that. I genuinely think I'll bring back Mick. That's what I want to hear. If Wadey can do that, then I'll have respect for him. I know Kelly Bright is back filming on the show, so he's yet to work with Kelly Bright, or at least on screen. You know, sorry, let me rephrase that, because I've kind of lost my train of thought. We are yet to see how he writes for Kelly Bright as Linda Carter. I'm really hoping that the Carters get some love again, because I thought 2022 was the worst year for the Carter family. And I love the Carters as well. They are my favourite family on the show.
Sometimes it helps.
Although at that point, at this point, I feel like literally everyone on YouTube probably knows that. I've never shut up about him. Yeah. But ultimately, I want to see how he does it. I really hope that the New Year story is, or that the flash forward is. I think it's going to be a wedding, given the and it's a wedding that's going to end with a murder. Given the fact that in the picture, Max has a white rose with blood on it. Hopefully that is not an Easter egg at Cindy, because obviously she was known as Rose when she went into witness protection. Truthfully, I'm not interested to see Max versus Cindy. I'm actually incredibly worried that the fight that is rumored to take place over Christmas time is between Max and Cindy and not Max and Jack. Although I do feel like there's room for a Max versus Jack brawl. There is. Because of the fact that obviously Jack had the affair with Stacey and Max with Stacey. I feel like Max will get really jealous over that. You know, I just feel like, you know, there's room for a fight there. And I'm not interested. I would much rather we get a scene where Cindy slaps Max in the Vic, and then, you know, we get Max versus Jack at the christening. I feel like people are saying it's Max and Jack because Jack is there on screen, but it doesn't actually look like they've fought at all. You know, I just don't know. I really hope it is Max versus Jack, but I just don't have high hopes for it. I'm actually debating whether or not I even watch the Christmas episode this year, because they've had absolutely no sort of hints or indications to what the story's going to be. At least for the last few years, it's been quite easy, like self-explanatory. In 2022, it was Mick's exit. In 2023, it was a 6, and last year it was the Cindy affair reveal. And to be fair, last year felt more of a sort of a prelude to the 40th anniversary this year. Like, and I kind of noticed that with storyline with Christmases of before an anniversary. Like, you look at the Christmas 2014 was the rape reveal with Mick, Linda, and Dean, and that obviously led to the fight during the live episode where Mick strangled Dean in 2019, which led to the 35th anniversary. It was the Sharon and Phil and Keanu story, which obviously led to the boat incident. And then obviously this year it was the affair, the Cindy and Junior affair, which led to the events of the 40th anniversary. It's like, they're quite anniversary, like Christmases just before an anniversary is quite self-explanatory, like, but at least with things like 2022 and 23, it was quite easy going. Like, you know, you had Mick's exit, the 6, and you had you know, you had all these different. It was easy going, but for this year there's been nothing. You know, if it's a case of, oh, we find out who Zoe Stalker is, I don't care. I honestly couldn't give a shit who is stalking Zoe. I don't even like her. Hey, I gotta go, mate. I have an essay I need to finish. No problem, buddy. No problem. Good luck with the essay. Good luck with the essay, and thank you for hopping on. I really appreciate it, mate. Yeah, I really appreciate it, bud. Let me finish it. To be honest, I probably won't be streaming later, only because I am going out later, and I wanted to just kind of hop on. Thanks for mate. Anytime, buddy. Anytime. I also need to sneeze. Anytime. Bless me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I feel so rough. I feel so ill. Yeah, that was an incredible show.
Enemies are near. I can feel them. On the hunt.
In terms of regular streaming, we'll be back on Saturday, possibly even Friday as well next week. Yeah, we will be back soon with the streams. I do miss streaming. Obviously, this show's had to come first and foremost. So now that it's done, we can sort of resume regular business here. However, I do want to try and spice the streams up a little bit because at the moment it's just Marvel stuff. So we might do some. I'm not sure. We might do some other games.
It was a fair fight, and you lost.
Oh, cool. Yep, 100 kills, nice. Okay, we are gonna... I think we're actually gonna leave the stream here. I think we're gonna leave it here, because I am so tired, and to be honest, I do need to recuperate before tomorrow. I actually have some reading to do as well. Yeah, alright. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you all to pieces, and to quote, or to reverse quote Willy Loman, you are worth so much more alive than dead.